how to get out of that 9-to-5 grind. You know that feeling, you're like sitting in this cubicle, you're working day after day and just feeling your soul go away. So today I want to share with you guys a way that I got out of it and how you can get out of working this 9-to-5 life. So grab a cup of coffee, sit down, relax, and let's get into this. The problem with 9-to-5 isn't that it's boring and life draining, but it's also redundant. You get up, you go to work, you go home, you eat, you sleep, and you do it all over again. And it also drains your creativity, your energy, and your motivation to do anything else. Plus, you're not working for yourself, you're working for somebody else. And in all, you're just sitting in office, looking in the back of somebody's head, counting the minutes, and just waiting for that day that you can finally retire. One mind-numbing day after another. You're not living, you're simply just existing. And it's a trap that's easy to fall into, but it's so hard to really dig out of. But let's not jump out our chairs, quit our jobs, and start running around. So let's talk about why quitting your 9-to-5 could be the best decision that you could ever make. The first big benefit of it is you get to be your own boss. You get to set your own schedules, you get to work on your own terms, and best of all, you get to pursue your passion. You're not doing the same redundant stuff day after day for somebody else. And you get to build something that's unique to you and something that you've envisioned that you want to create. And that leads us to the second thing. Freedom to do what you want, when you want, and most definitely where you want. You're not stuck to a certain location, an office. You're not stuck to any type of actual schedule that's 9-to-5, and you can work from home, you can work at an office, you can work in your car, or you can work here in Thailand. This is one of the coolest parts. I'm working today. This is what people would call a vacation. The next great benefit is when you break away from something that you don't like to do, being a 9-to-5 job or whatever, you can focus on what you truly want to do. We all have a dream of, I want to be a basket weaver, I want to be an artist, I want to be an author, I want to be a vlogger, I want to do something. You have that ability to do it on your terms, and most of all, whatever you put into it is what you get out of it. And finally, let's talk about money. When you're running your own business on your own, under your own terms, you create the financial gains and losses. You can take that money, you can reinvest it, you can blow it on beer, you can blow it on massages, you can buy a new house. This is an opportunity that you get when you get out of that 9-to-5 lifestyle. So you can see there's a lot of benefits to get out of this 9-to-5, work for yourself, and be, I guess, what I would call free. But again, this isn't something that's for everybody. So if you are working, you're stuck at your job, you feel like you're stuck at your job, you're unhappy, you're going check to check, no matter how much extra you work or how little you work, you still get the same reward or benefit. Maybe it's time to invest in yourself, take a chance, figure out a new skill or what you love to do, and start working for yourself and get out of that 9-to-5 grind. You need to know what skills you have. So what are you good at? What do you love to do? What are you passionate about? What are skills that you have that other people have been willing to pay for before? Just start writing stuff. Write down the list of activities you like to do, what jobs, what skills you feel you have. And from there, take those skills, those jobs, and start breaking them out even further to find out what you like. What have you done in the past? What was your job actually? What if you could take the job you do now, where you're making somebody else rich, you're getting paid an hourly or monthly salary for? What if you could do it on your own? Think about some of the biggest companies, Firefox. It came from Google. The people that worked at Google, making Google CEOs richer, quit, started Firefox, and made themselves rich off their own idea. Educate yourself. Figure out how to do it better. Figure out how to market that skill, how to make that skill something people are willing to put money on the table for. In different ways you could do this, watch YouTube videos. Go through an online course. Listen to podcasts, watch people that have done it before you, read books of people that have started from zero and went to where you would like to be. To really mimic somebody's success, you can't just look at where they are and just be like, I want to do that. When you look at a company like Apple, you don't think, oh, you just make a phone and now you're competitive. Steve Jobs' beginning days were in India, going through the monastery, going through Buddhism, going back home, sitting in his mom's basement, finding somebody with a skill that helped his idea go forward. Start small. Do not quit your job and then wake up the next day saying, I'm going to start doing this and get rich tomorrow. While you're still getting paid through this other job, this is your moment to make mistakes, make errors, and screw up and not worry, oh, if I don't do this, I'm going to be homeless. You still have that job to rely on. Don't just quit tomorrow and do a Hail Mary. Surround yourself with like-minded, successful people. And it reminds me of a friend I have here in Thailand. This guy's a business owner. He's very funny. He's active. He's always crushing it. So when I'm with him, the accountability is there. And he looks at me like, David, what are you doing? Hey, how's that idea going? How's your YouTube thing going? How's your book writing going? He's always holding me accountable. If I'm around people that are just drunk all day, kicking it, having fun, they're not going to hold me accountable. And I'm not going to hold myself accountable because the people around me, they don't even care. The 5 or 6 people that you surround yourself with are going to be a big reflection of who you actually are. And finally, just be persistent. Nothing's gonna happen overnight. There are the few stories where people go from 0 to hero overnight. You'll see Logan Paul and people like this that just started from nothing and just crushed it. You have people like Elon Musk that it took 7, 8 years. So be persistent, work towards it, always learn more about the skill you're trying to do and keep building on it. And during all of this, keep that job. So you still have that income coming so you're not gonna fall off the boat if everything fails. Again, write down on a piece of paper things that you like, things that you're good at, things that you think people would pay you to do, and start doing them. Start learning about them. Start surrounding yourself around people that do these things and start crushing it. Fear and doubt to do such things is a common thing, and I think we've all felt it anytime we try to explore something new that isn't normal in our life, regardless if it's about jobs or hobbies or anything. And unfortunately, these types of fears and doubts is what holds a lot of us back in being stuck in these 9-to-5 office jobs. So how do we get over those doubts, those fears? I want to share with you some tips that I did that got me out of the 9-to-5 grind and put me where I am now, traveling abroad and making this video for you today. Just be aware of whatever the fear or the doubt is and know that this is normal. Anytime you do something new, it's gonna be scary. Really sit down and think to yourself, what is the worst thing that can happen if I pursue this? And secondly, ask yourself the inverted question. What is the best thing that can come out of if you pursue this? We have to get out of our head that failure is a bad thing. The most successful people on this planet have failed more than you ever could imagine. So when we have those failures, we have to take them as opportunities to sit down and really find out, why did I fail? Why did things not go how I planned? And how can I use this as an opportunity to self-improve and avoid those emotions that really hold us down? Embarrassment, fear of what other people think, who cares? So instead of thinking of those fears as risk or losses, think of it as something to embrace. You want to fail because that means you're actually trying something different. How many times did you start a new job, go through the training, and just F everything up? They didn't fire you, did you? No. They helped you, improved you, and now you can do that job way better, and you might even be doing it better than anybody else. What's so different about doing it on your own terms? Fear itself. Fear can paralyze us. It can make us not take action. It can make us fail one time and just say, no, no more. I can't do it. I tried it before. It's over. When I first moved out to Vietnam, I was a teacher. Quickly, within months, I was like, I need to start my own school. This education sucks. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. And I started my first school. Guess what? It failed because I didn't understand the culture of Vietnam when it came to business. And I fixed that. My second school, I ended up selling it to a bigger English center. My third school, it's still open. So you have to embrace these failures and just go and learn from these mistakes. You have to take some type of step. Don't be paralyzed just because of fear. The worst case scenario doesn't work out. And that's perfectly fine because there's always a way to fix the problem. And finally, take care of yourself. Get proper sleep, eat healthy, don't sit around drunk all day, smoking 20 cigarettes a day. Always find a way to keep yourself fit because a healthy body is most definitely a healthy mind. Again, it's just about what you do, the people around you, and how you take care of yourself. Start learning about it, start writing in your journal, start writing the first page of the book, start getting the first video equipment for your travel, whatever it is, take that first step. Don't make a big one, just make a baby step because every step adds motivation to do the next thing. So remember, making a more flexible, fulfilling life is an amazing thing, but it's not always as easy as it sounds. So if you are ready to start making that change, sit down, write down your goals. What do you truly want? What skills do you have that you can get paid for? And remember, there's not always a one-size-fits-all to get things done. Sometimes you have to play around. You're gonna see failure, you're gonna see success, but you have to play around and start getting your feet wet to find out what will actually work for you. And this is why your goals and your baby steps are gonna be a big part of your success. So till then, guys, I will see you again.